Well, I did it for Mystery Incorporated, so now it's time I do the same for Impractical Jokers. Here are 40 facts about the show. The Jokers group is actually called the Tenderloins, and they started making goofy internet videos before making it big. If you would like to learn more about this, I made an entirely separate video on the topic a year ago. I'll link it in the description. True TV ended up being the channel it airs on, yet it was pitched to Spike TV by a different name. In the first ever episode, Pay It Forward, aired on December 15th, 2011, Sal loses and must pick up dog shit from the park. And in the same episode, Q is infamous for staring at a dollar bill for over 5 minutes while the customers just sit there watching it happen. It was edited down for the TV version, but the full 5-minute thing can be found on YouTube. It's a real sight to behold. Episode 4, Boardwalk of Shame, was the first ever appearance, or lack thereof, of Larry. It also marks the first episode where Joe is punished, as he must put someone's toe in his mouth. For some reason, this episode rarely airs on reruns. It might even be buried. No clue why though. Episode 6, Panty Raid, was the first episode in which Murr got punished. As the title implies, he must put someone's dirty laundry on his head. Episode 8, Who Arted, was the first ever episode in which Q was punished. In front of a crowd, he must show off some embarrassing pictures of himself, all of which are faked. In the 10th episode, A Loser Presents, Q gets a surprise visit from his father. And this occurs at White Castle, where the challenge is to get someone to tip you. And of course, his dad does not tip him. One episode later, What Did I Eat, had a challenge that took place in IKEA. Not only was this the introduction to that Sal meme, but a certain couple didn't want to sign release forms. When asked why, it turned out that the woman a certain man was with wasn't with his wife, but with his mistress, so he asked to not be shown on TV, and not much info is known besides that. The only ever time that all 4 Jokers lost an episode was in the season 1 finale called Supercuts. Each Joker gives themselves awful haircuts, with Sal obviously being the worst. In the season 2 episode, Sound Effects, Sal is punished by having porno sounds played blasting from his laptop in a coffee shop. Way later on, it was revealed that the punishment's inspiration was from an incident at an airport where Joe hijacked Sal's laptop and left it on a porno website in full volume. He left it in a restroom stall and watched as Sal race to turn it off. Also, during the actual punishment, the other guys actually got Sal to laugh when they interrupted the sex noises with John Mayer's Your Body is a Wonderland. Because of what happened in the episode, Sweat the Small Things, mainly this.
Be friendly with the neighbors! Be friendly, you want them to make sure. You want your neighbors to... Hi neighbors!
Sal decided to move to a completely different neighborhood. Yeah, that was a good choice. In the season 3 episode, The Great Escape, Joe is stuck inside of a tank filled with water. While in the show it may seem like he's only in there for 10-minute tops, he was actually stuck in that tank for over an hour. Apparently, both Murr's skydiving punishment and Sal's corn maze scare were filmed on the same day. That's a lot of terror for these two to deal with. Bigger in Texas was the first ever Impractical Jokers episode filmed outside the tri-state area, and soon enough, many other special episodes have taken place. These include Miami, Orlando, New Orleans, London, Hawaii, Hollywood, and much more. In the episode The Lost Boy, Q actually made up the punishment himself, seeing as he is a wrestling fan. Soon enough, the other guys did that idea, having Q get beat up by Tommy Dreamer. The season 4 episode, Pseudo Sumo, features a famous sumo wrestler known as Bayamba. Of course, after completely wrecking Joe, the two became friends. Bayamba would actually appear in a later episode, sitting on Joe who was dressed as a massage chair. But sadly, this sweet man passed away on February 28, 2020. The episode, Hopeless and Changeless, was originally going to have a different kind of punishment. Instead of keeping people's change, Murr was going to be a jockey and ride his horse around a track, in the nude. However, mainly due to the fact that they could have been arrested in the Strip High Five challenge, the producers felt that this was a bad idea. In the season 5 episode, Brother of the Sisterhood, the other 3 Jokers actually made Q's supposed fake blog. You know, the blog that was slightly misogynistic. I actually found the link to that blog, but it was deleted. Damn. In the season 6 episode, Butt of the Joker, Murr must trade his very expensive jacket for a whole pack of cigarettes. Yet off-screen, Murr had to track down the said man and give him $40 for the jacket back. What a deal. With a total of over 70, Sal has been punished the most out of any Joker. And with a total of around 40, Joe has been the least punished out of the 4. Interesting thing about Q, he got arrested back in 2009. While at Oktoberfest in Germany, he was charged with disorderly conduct and got punched in the face by an assailant. Luckily, his only seen injury was a tooth that got knocked out. German police escorted him back to the United States, where Sal, Murr, and Joe bailed him out. Also, it turns out that Q is a third distant cousin of a certain talk show host, Jimmy Fallon. He tweeted about this in 2017, yet it doesn't seem like they will ever meet. Joe is of course the first Joker to get married back in 2013. Him and Bessie have since had 2 kids, making Joe the only Joker with kids, unless you count all of Q's cats. Murr was the second Joker to get married. His wife, Melissa Davis, is quite a bit younger than him, and they met at a launch party for his book, Awakened. Their wedding was held on September 25, 2020. Q obviously loves comic books and was even featured in one. In late 2016, he cameoed as a fake Santa Claus working for the Salvation Army in Spider-Man Deadpool number 12. Benjamin Cat, of course, is based off of Q's real cat. He first appeared in the Season 2 episode Birds and the Bees, in which he scares Sal. Since then, this has become the character's main purpose, appearing in 8 episodes. On the Tenderloin's YouTube channel, they rarely upload. However, on December 17th, 2020, Q uploaded a weird-ass music video called Diabolical. It's, well, just watch.
Diabolical.
Joe actually made his own YouTube channel called Cannoli Productions. It features a bunch of commercials for Q's revival of R&H beer, a full traffic cam live show, and a tutorial of how to make icebox cake. It has a surprisingly low amount of subscribers, at only around 500, so go check it out. Sal is usually known as the wimpiest Joker, yet his most surprising moment is in the Season 7 clip. I mention this because it's one of the funniest moments of the show to me. Sal recruits many random strangers to come with him in his wheelchair contraption, complete with embarrassing pictures and uncontrollable laughter. Oh, and here's the best part.
I'm so hot right now.
The Impractical Jokers movie was released on February 21st, 2020 in select theaters, yet was eventually released more worldwide. The filming actually began 2 years before in 2018, and was started to be promoted in trailers around late 2019. The film actually did very well in the box office since it didn't cost as much to make compared to other movies, with a budget of $3 million and made over triple that. However, due to COVID-19, the film was only in theaters for a couple of weeks, so on April 1st, 2020, it was released to home media and eventually put on HBO Max in September. Will Ferrell made a cameo in the movie in a restaurant, which is something you definitely wouldn't have noticed in the first viewing. Of course, it was eventually pointed out on Twitter by the Jokers themselves. A location known as the Beef Gristle Mill is one of the lesser known running gags of the show. It was first mentioned by Sal's senior citizen park punishment and was featured in the background of 2 others for Q. They were his fire failure play and the farmyard battle. So due to the pandemic, the Tenderloins created a show called Impractical Jokers Dinner Party. It first aired on May 21st, 2020 and continued airing with a total of 18 episodes, but it faded away after Season 9 premiered in early 2021. How many episodes does the show have now? Well, over 200, which it reached towards the end of Season 8. Along with that, the show has over 30 specials it aired between this. Right now, the series is still going strong with a 9th season currently airing, and it was of course confirmed that they would have a 10th season. December will also mark the 10th anniversary of its premiere.